rare.
We're back again.
She said, what about me? Say, and I'm G.
Featuring G today.
Featuring G. Kiddo with the bike.
What's up, guys? We're back again with another video. A lot has been going on, man. So we've been gone for what, maybe 2 months? Has it been?
Yeah, it's been
that
2
long?
months.
Yeah, maybe like 2 months or so.
Sorry for the turbulence.
We moved to Georgia.
We moved to Georgia, guys, all the way from California. Everybody wondering, like, why y'all move all the way from California to Georgia? What's in Georgia? What's this? What's that? Why Georgia?
Right.
But we just packed one day. See, we were gonna leave in March, which is next month. Well, the month after next. But we just decided one day, like, why we waiting? Like, what we waiting for?
Right.
You know, might as well leave tomorrow. You
Right.
know, to for real. Like, might as well get up and leave. So
basically, what has happened and why we are here now and all of that. I wanted to move for maybe about 2 or 3 years now, and it was either between, Texas or Georgia. Where I'm from, there's not a lot of black people. She's already from Mississippi, from the South, so she's kind of used to seeing black people around or whatever.
yeah.
So where I'm from, it's not a lot of black people, and there's not a real gay community for real. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like Texas or Georgia were the best places for me to be, as well as like me being on my entrepreneurship journey or business journey or whatever. I just thought that was the best place for me to be personally. And then of course we got together.
I didn't really care where we went. I just didn't want to stay in Mississippi. Whether it's gonna be California again, like I say, Texas or Georgia. It was gonna be one out of those three. But I didn't care. I just wanted to, wherever she decided where we were gonna stay at, I wanted to stay there. You know, and she decided on Georgia. So, well, we decided both on Georgia, but she rather have been to Georgia than staying in California. One day we may decide to go back, but yeah. So go ahead, babe.
We had already discussed kind of like what we were gonna do and like what we wanted to do in a way. She already knew that I wanted to move, so we had it written down on a whiteboard. And so one day we were meditating, and then afterwards I literally was like, okay, what are our goals? What are we gonna be doing moving forward? You know what I'm saying? So basically, of everything aside from moving, it came down to Texas and Georgia, like we said, and we had them both on the whiteboard. And one day it was just like, why are we waiting? So once I came to that realization, I pulled out the whiteboard again, and we was like, okay, so I asked her, I was like, okay, so where do you want to go right now? What's on our heart right now to go right now? Like, what place is on our mind right now? Like, out of Texas or Georgia, which one?
Yeah.
And we both ended up saying Georgia.
Yeah.
And that was literally, it was as simple as that. As soon as we made that decision, it was like, okay, there was nothing holding us back. Luckily, my lease in California was month to month, so it was nothing for us to leave literally the next month. And we give praise to the Most High for that, because we manifested it, but we also put in the work, you know? So when you're manifesting something, you also have to just put in the work. You can't just say, God, give me this or whatever.
Yeah.
So as soon as we made that decision, we literally booked the flight like the next day, I believe, or maybe the same day. And then after that, we looked for apartments.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So this is where shit gets crazy. We looked for apartments. We ended up getting an apartment. Now, originally, we hadn't been to Georgia, you know, so we had to kind of just decided, like, we're going to leave.
Maybe it's not focusing. Okay.
So we had just decided, like, okay, so we're going to fly and kind of leave everything behind, right? And so we did that. And some days was like kind of hard for me a little bit. We even had a moment where we were packing up the apartment and we cried together. I kind of forgot about that, but we did that for like one time for real. But I think it happened like again, like maybe like 2 times, and it was just like the realization, like, damn, I'm about to really be away from home. She had already been away from home, you know?
Yeah.
But for me, this is my first time, and I didn't know how that was gonna be. So yeah, we looked for the apartments. We got an apartment. We hadn't been to Georgia, so we weren't able to see it in person.
Yeah,
we didn't get a virtual tour or anything. We saw the pictures online, and we saw like the tour, the 3D tour online, and everything looked good.
It really did.
Everything looked good, right? And it kind of looked the same in person in terms of the inside of it, but we didn't know the issues. Our move-in day was set for December 21st, right? So she liked it the first day that we went and checked out the apartment. For me, I'm thinking, okay, this place kind of looks like they got some undergoing construction or something. They got these big ass fucking, what do you call those big old, I don't even know what they're called, look like sea trains or something, but
Yeah.
there's a bunch of trash in there. And she's like, well, I like it. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not really trying to discourage you. If you want it, we can get it, whatever. I'm not tripping, whatever you want type thing. So she like, yeah, you know, cool. So
Yeah, this is gonna be our place.
right, we think, okay, that's cool, whatever. I didn't
We
think
never
no more
called it
about
home,
it.
though.
No, I didn't think no more about it. It was just like, okay. And
Yeah.
so we went back to Mississippi, and then our move-in date, the 21st, came. We went to the apartment. As soon as we pulled up, right, we got our U-Haul or whatever. We were able to get like our keys. First of all, the apartment manager didn't give us no type of tour, no nothing. Didn't tell us where the mailbox is, nothing. Didn't tell us our mailbox number. It was literally, I walked into the leasing office, she gave me the key, and I walked back out. I didn't ask no questions, so it's partly on me as well. But that's just to try to give you guys some sort of like, I guess, picture of the scene. So
Yeah.
boom, walk back out, and then so we go back into the, and mind you, I didn't give her no type of money order, no money, no nothing. I didn't even sign the leasing agreement at this point, because I'm like, well, I just want to wait and see, you know, kind of how it's gonna go or whatever. And she didn't even ask for it, so it's like whatever, you know. So we went into the apartment, whatever. As soon as we walked upstairs, because at this point our apartment was like on the second floor. It wasn't inside of a building all enclosed, but we had 2 flights of stairs to get up to our apartment. Well, really one flight of stairs, but it was on the second floor. So as soon as we're walking up the stairs, we see the lower level apartment is broken into. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
It's
the
like,
door is literally like cracked open, dark. I'm like, okay, there's
It
somebody
look
just creeped out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm thinking somebody finna just, there's an eyeball staring at us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Weird shit.
weird as fuck.
And then the bushes that was right there next to us, it had like
Clothes and trash
clothes
and
shit just
bullshit.
laying on top of it, just like somebody trying to get their clothes dry, just garbage, just
everywhere, bunch of bullshit. So we didn't see that the first day or
we
whatever.
did. I wasn't looking outside for real. I was just trying to see what the inside of this apartment looked like. Okay, so then we just really started discovering stuff. Really, honestly, we really just started discovering. And of course, we was looking. We gotta look now at this point. So it's just like, okay, we walk up in there. The floor is unlevel. Like my daughter part of the room floor is like a little bit up. Like, you can walk in her room, but you know that you are stepping up, but it's not no upstairs, downstairs. Of course, it's just the floor is not even or leveled out.
Yeah. It wasn't like no big, like, it wasn't like a sudden type of, it wasn't as sharp as a stair or anything, but it was like a hump, like a little ramp or
You
something.
know that the flow isn't
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You are probably tripping if you got on heels type shit for real. But okay, we
'Cause it's all
discovered that.
wood.
And then, you know, we're gonna look at what a washer and dryer shit's supposed to be. We see that it's like this big ass busted down
furnace bullshit. I don't fucking know.
It was
HVAC machine.
It was
shit.
like a the hot water tank, the hot water tank. That's what it is.
Hot
The big
water.
old hot water tank. That's what it's called, a hot water tank.
the hot water heater.
The hot water heater. Yeah, tank heater, big ass
Yeah.
thing that you post.
Not even enclosed. That shit's supposed to be locked.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in a whole nother room by itself type shit, locked down. But anyway, that part is where the washer and dryer was, but we can see the hot water heater and all this shit. So it's like a wall had been like busted down and the floor is like cracked up and it look like a hole, like if you're stepping in the wrong spot, you're going downstairs type shit. I'm not being, am I being dramatic? I can be dramatic. I really can.
You
But
have
I
to
am
go
not.
downstairs.
I
but
wish we
that
had
shit look
pictures.
bad.
We
No,
should've-
I'm definitely gonna insert some clips because we definitely
We done
like
made this
recorded a tour or whatever of it. So yeah,
So, okay. Then we start seeing little roaches,
little critter,
little crib,
some of y'all friends.
little auntie, nephews, and
Tight.
We start seeing roaches, y'all, for real.
Yeah,
Like,
bubbles.
okay, so you know when you first move to an apartment, in some apartments, okay, I'm not gonna say all, but in some apartments
Definitely
you go
not
up in
all.
there, they have spray before people have entered. So of course you're gonna see little dead, little here and there. We're gonna see them probably in the toilet, in a tub. You kill them, you know, you clean out the shit before you use it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So what we decided to do was bring all our stuff up. We had to bring Genesis bedroom set up. This girl got a queen bedroom, so we had to bring all this up by ourselves. So we left. Okay, we decided that we was gonna get stuff for the house, like, you know, little small tissue, everything else like that, bleach and stuff like that, and come back to the house. When we come back to the house, it's roaches. They just crawling. Now they just out. Like they're just, this is the normal thing for them. Like they're used to coming out. Mind you, it's maybe like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night around this time. So I'm like, damn, this apartment got roaches. Like we had to clean up spray so good before we left, y'all. So we thinking, you know, we want to think about no roaches gonna be there by the time we got back. Y'all, we got back. It was just shit crawling everywhere. Little ass roaches, baby roaches, medium sized roaches. We didn't see no big cockroaches, but we seen roaches where it's like, okay, it's nasty.
That's babies,
you
like
know what I'm
type
saying?
shit.
And so we were just like, okay, we really don't do this. I don't deal with roaches. I'm not used to these. And staying with her, never in my life seen a roach. Nothing, no creatures, nothing. Staying with her the whole time I was staying with her, I never seen roaches. Nothing. I'm not playing. So
God.
it was new to just be moving into an apartment. You seeing a whole bunch of roaches like
To
this.
hear people's stories, people have stories about roaches and stuff or
Yeah.
whatever, but that's not our reality. So whatever. So these are supposed to be luxury apartments,
Yeah,
right?
mind you,
So
luxury apartment.
We ate, then we went to the store, and then we came back to the apartment. We cleaned up, set her room up, we fogged the place, and we was like, okay, well, we gonna fucking leave. First of all, at this point, we already know, like, okay, we don't have to settle for this because we're paying $1,300. I'm gonna give you guys figures, you know what I'm saying? We're paying $1,300 a month for an apartment that has roaches in it. That's supposed to be luxury. The doorknobs don't match, like, and that's some little shit. Like, you don't even really have to nitpick at that. But because I'm paying so much, one, and two, because they're supposed to be luxury, I want everything to be in fucking tax, straight up.
Let's move back a
Fogged it.
bit though, babe. We had ended up calling the lady and asking for something, and then she was just like, Deja haven't signed her lease yet, and then Deja was just like, you want the money order too? She didn't even get the money order. She wasn't gonna even ask about it.
Yeah, she didn't know that I didn't pay the rent yet.
Yeah, the lady had told me, I guess it went over her head that Deja hadn't even paid the rent yet, so I was just like, damn, why we gotta remind you to give you our money?
Right, so
You know
the
what I'm
situation was, she was the only person in the office, and mind you, before, we going back again, so before we had already got the apartment, whatever, but as I was calling, trying to ask questions while we were still in California, asking questions or trying to get a hold of somebody, period, it was like bullshit. It was hell, like, and I even got into it with somebody over the phone because what happened was everybody was off site of the actual, like, complex, and so it's like, okay, can I speak to someone that's on site so somebody can help me? Every time I try to call somebody and ask for something, they were like, okay, well, I'm just gonna put it in the note, I'm gonna send an email, somebody's gonna get back to you, right? I'm not waiting for nobody to get back to me. I want to speak to somebody on site,
Because we're gonna actually be there.
right? And so I ended up getting into it with somebody, and I was like, well, you know, it's really not ideal for somebody who's actually gonna be moving into this apartment. Am I still gonna be having these issues with people not being there? You know what I'm saying? If they're not on the phone trying to talk to you, are they even gonna be in the fucking office?
No, for
like,
real.
you know what I'm saying? So that was a problem, but we just ignored it, whatever, viewed the apartment, cool. So back to where we were, we fogged everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, okay, well, we're gonna get some food and we're gonna leave. So we went to her sister's house
And
for
we
like
had to be
maybe
gone
4
for 4
hours.
hours. Yeah, 4
So-
to 6 hours we was gone for real.
Right, that was like 8 o'clock or something. So we ended up leaving, and then we got back home maybe like 12 or something.
Going on 1.
Right, and also, oh my God, I failed to mention. So when we were getting our stuff, when we were putting our stuff upstairs, we seen this couple fighting, bro. Like there was this couple fighting. Do you remember that?
Oh my.
The girl was finna run this nigga over in the fucking U-Haul truck. I'm like, yo, what is going on?
And I understand people go through, but listen,
No.
where's the security guard? Where are the fucking security guards?
That
y'all
shit
say
is
are
ghetto.
outside?
That's too ghetto.
The fuck?
You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, that happened. But so we left. We ended up coming back at 12 a.m. whatever, and so we didn't even sleep the whole time there. So we got there maybe like 4 o'clock p.m. We got at the apartment maybe like 4 p.m. or something, right? And then had the issue with the money order. Went to the store, seen roaches, fog, back. We decided we just gonna clean up the shit, whatever.
Cause we seen a whole bunch of dead roaches when we came back. A whole bunch of them bitches. They was all dead, but we started seeing more
Crawling and shit. But anyway, it wasn't just like it was just on our fucking neck and shit. It wasn't like just 100 roaches or nothing. But it was just, why do we keep seeing these shits?
Where are
Like,
they coming from?
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They just coming. Once you see we done killed one, we step. Oh my God.
Realistically, we probably seen like 20
No,
roaches.
for real. A lie.
But we wasn't there within 24. We wasn't even there for 24 hours.
wasn't
We got
even
there
there
at 4
16
p.m.
hours.
Yeah, we got there at 4 p.m. Fog. Got back, cleaned up the whole fucking apartment. Literally bleached, vacuum, everything.
Y'all,
right?
we cleaned up that bitch so good. Oh
Right.
my goodness. We didn't listen.
And
we
it's
didn't
not
go
like
to
the
sleep.
shit was just dirty.
No,
but
it wasn't
was
dirty.
roaches.
But I like to smell this nice,
Right.
fabulous, all this good smell when I walk into the apartment. But anyway, we get through clean up. We clean up Gigi room, everything just clean up the bathrooms, all this. Put our stuff up and away. Okay, so when I get my daughter I go up in our room because I had brought the body mirror in our room. I go up in our room to look in the mirror. It's a motherfucking roach on the fucking mirror. You don't know
Like
how bad that irritated me. I was just like, we cannot stay here. It's over. Like, we need to figure something else out at this point. And so we had manipulated our money and stuff to pay the rent and all this stuff. We was gonna pay the rent up for like 2-3 months. Thank God we didn't. But anyway, she ended up.
So at that point, and it was even before that point, we had already decided we're not staying
Yeah,
there.
like we just decided
So-
no, we don't want to stay here.
Right, and so before that, I had already sent an email, maybe like right when we got back home, or even when we were at your sister's house. I can't remember exactly when, but it was before that time. I had sent a long ass email, and I'll screen record it and I'll include it here. But it was basically an email just saying like, I know that you haven't put in the rent into the system because there's an app or whatever where you can look, and it wasn't actually inputted. So, excuse me, I knew that it wasn't like processed or anything because she was literally getting off of work, so she probably just put that shit in the fucking drawer and had it in there, whatever.
Mind you, the whole time we've been riding around, y'all, we've been in a U-Haul. We've been in that U-Haul truck this whole time. Mind you, it's only a certain mileage you can even go. We went to a U-Haul to go to get some food, to go to damn Dollar General, to go to my sister's house, just in this fucking U-Haul, riding around like this is our shit.
And it was, because at that time, my car hadn't been shipped to Georgia, so we didn't have no transportation at that time or whatever, which didn't really interfere with anything. But anyway, yeah, we got up the following day and literally
We had to get up at 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
to be her there at the office. We had to get up at 7 to make
and
sure
we didn't even
caught
realize
her.
that the office didn't open till like 9 or something, so we was up a bit too early. I thought we was late. I didn't want shit.
Oh.
I didn't want basically I didn't want her to get to work and that be the first thing on her checklist to do. And so that's why I was just like, okay, we gotta beat her ass there, whatever.
Right.
So we slept with y'all friends, you know what I'm saying, y'all family. No, I'm just playing.
No, for real though. We slept with the roaches.
Yeah, we slept with them, whatever.
Woke up to see them more of them. It was just like, I just want to put all this shit back in the truck, but we didn't, because this is what we thought. We was like, if she decide not to give us our money back, and we have have to stay here. I don't want to put this shit up in the truck and then have to bring it right back out. So we didn't put nothing up in the truck at all until Deja actually had spoken with her. And mind you, it was hours from now. But we had to have the truck back. Didn't we have to have that truck back?
Right.
We had to have the truck back that same day at like 2 or 3 o'clock. I think it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we got this truck that we got to take back, but we got to put our stuff in and we have to find a storage at this point.
Yeah,
Y'all, it was
so,
oh my
yes.
God.
After I sent the email, we got up in the morning. We were a bit early than I thought. So we called her and I was like, okay, I emailed you, whatever. And she was like, okay, I literally, same shit. I walked into there, she was like, I seen your email, here is your money order back type shit, right? And she was like, okay, do you have the keys or whatever? And I was like, no, we have to move everything out. She was like, okay, well just, come drop in the keys once you're doing. The lady was nicer and stuff. She was never like rude or anything. And it seemed like she understood, what I'm saying? And that she wouldn't be there herself type shit. It was just like, I'm doing, like, I don't even understand how she even was working there. And not to say that it was just a bad place to work, but I couldn't represent a company where I wouldn't even stay at type shit. So that's me.
We moving out and the people downstairs, they're like, dang, didn't y'all just move up there yesterday? Y'all moving right out. And he was like, man, they threw y'all apartments together so fast. They told us that they threw the apartments together so fast. And the apartments that's above us are infested with roaches. So if we got roaches, that is the reason why. You know what I'm saying? They just telling us all this shit like, oh my God, they were just telling us so much bad stuff that you will see like on a real Google review. And it's like, thank you God this lady spared us, because she could have really been an asshole and said, oh no, y'all signed y'all contract, it's over with. She could have, because we did sign a contract.
And we signed the money orders and everything. So,
and we was trying to get advice and stuff, and people were just like, just stay there, just wait, but we were just like, no, we don't have to settle for this shit. And we ain't finna settle for this.
Right. So through everything, the decision was up to us. She had reached out to somebody who kind of like is more of a, I don't know, maybe like a spiritual public figure, we'll say, right?
Yeah.
And so, cool person, whatever. That person told her, she told her the situation. The one chick told the girl the entire situation, and then the girl basically like, y'all need to, I think y'all should put on y'all big girl panties and stick it out, whatever, and clean that shit up, whatever, because the lease was for a year and stay there for a year. And I told her, we had already had the discussion. I was like, well, you know what, we're not gonna settle for this because we don't have to, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted that to be the tone, and like we was both on one. Basically, so
we wanted to set the tone.
Yeah, so we didn't settle. Even though that person said that, it was just kind of like, for me, I told her, I was like, no, what?
Yeah.
Like, for you to be who you are, and I do understand that there are some circumstances where you just you can't do nothing else about it, but for you to be who you are, I wasn't expecting that from you.
I wasn't either.
You know what I'm saying?
When I read the message, and I was just like, okay, Dad, I need to tell you something. Like, I've been to somebody about our situation, and this is what she said, and I was just like, I don't agree, and I just couldn't believe it. When I told me and they looked at each other like, we ain't finna settle for this.
Right.
We're not settling. Like, that's what we stood on when we first got even down here. Like, we're not settling for nothing.
Shit, period.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, why would you tell us to do that?
No one wants to hear what they don't want to hear.
You know what I'm saying? And that's true, but also, and I get some people go through stuff where they have to sit and settle for shit, and I get that, and that's understandable, but when you don't have to, you just don't have to.
Yeah. You just don't ever really have to, for real. But yeah, so after that, and she was the one who was just like, I'm gonna talk to somebody about the shit, and she talked to her sister about it and everything, and I'm just like, I'm not telling nobody about shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna talk to you about nothing. The only person that I told, and it was days later, literally after we kind of already had our shit together, was my mom.
Yeah.
Right? And
her mom was just on some like
come back home
come
scared
back
type
home.
shit.
Just fuck it, come back to Cali.
Yeah,
You know.
oh, that shit trying to reroute.
And so it was just, it was like, really, we was grateful that the lady had let us get our money back. But Deja ended up signing off on the money orders to the apartment. So we had an issue with that because we were just okay.
Babe, can you figure out the navigation, please?
We had an issue with that because it was like, okay, hold on, y'all.
So while she's doing that, I'm gonna just tell the story.
Yeah.
So when you pay your rent, when you sign a lease, whatever, you have to pay with money order, or different forms. But we chose money order. So when you sign a money order, you sign it to whoever you're paying it to, like a check in a way. So I had put the name of the apartments on there or whatever, and it was kind of a hassle because we had got them through Money Mart, but it was through a Walmart that was up the street, and so there wasn't a specific Money Mart store or anything like that. So it was kind of difficult for us to basically get that rent money back. Like, we had went days, maybe even 2 weeks maybe, without that money, and it was okay, we were fine, but at the same time it was like we didn't know how we was gonna do it. Mind you, we talking what, more like $1,400, like,
no, for real.
that shit is not something to just, okay, it's a piece of paper, let me throw the shit away, like,
real.
no. So basically we had to, can you lock that? Right. Basically, as time went on, we learned that we had to go through a bank to do it. So we went to our Chase Bank or whatever, and they couldn't do it. Walmart kept going back and forth with me about, oh, we can't do it, and this is why.
It's gonna be 30 to 40 days before we can get the money back, filling out a piece of paper, something.
Right, basically because they couldn't give us a refund. I took it to 2 different Walmarts, and then I went back to the same 2 Walmarts maybe like 2 or 3 times at this point. Went through, tried to call Money Mart, tried to call all these different numbers, went to Chase Bank to try to do it, and eventually we went to her actual bank to try to do it, to Regent's Bank to do it. And we went to one location. We called first before we got there, and we was like, okay, this is our situation, da 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 da. And they told us what to do, and they said that they accepted. Now, we already knew that Chase didn't accept it, so that's why we called before we went to see if they would accept it or whatever. The person on the phone said, yeah, we do. We got there, went to the drive-up teller, and the drive-up teller said, we don't do this or whatever. And so at this point, I'm ready to argue with this man because I just fucking talked to somebody, and I know for a fact that this is the way to do it, right? I'm not a banker, but I shouldn't tell you how to do your job because I know y'all can do this shit. I just literally talked to somebody and confirmed clearly what the situation is, and they confirmed clearly like 2 times, right?
And in the midst of all that, we still looking for an apartment. We're still looking for somewhere to go.
Right.
At this point, we just stay at my sister's house.
Right. At this point, we've moved out of the apartments, keys turned in, everything. We got the U-Haul. We got a storage. I'm sorry, I skipped a bunch of stuff. But we ended up getting a storage at the U-Haul. And luckily, because of the U-Haul that we had, we got the first month free. So we didn't have to pay for the storage, thank God. But we moved everything into the apartment, out of the apartment, into the storage. Mind you, the storage, our actual unit was way in the back of the whole fucking storage shit. So
y'all, it was so fucking far. I'm like, why y'all putting us so? We had to move all that. We was just on the man hut. I don't even understand. People can really understand it. We got all our fucking bedrooms suit. This is by itself fucking heavy, not including these big thick ass mattresses and shit. Y'all, it was so fucking, and we were just still on some shit like we all right, man, we good, but y'all don't understand what the shit we mentally went through. It was just so, it was overbearing, it was a lot, it was so stressful in that moment. But we're still looking for an apartment, mind you. We still don't have nowhere to go. So in my mind, I'm having all these thoughts like, damn, we homeless at this point. Like, I know we stay with my sister, but we only stand with her for just a period of time. Like, we in her house really on the floor. we don't have nowhere to go. Like at this point, I'm just in my mind like, we have to find us somewhere else to stay. Like we have to find us another apartment. If this shit's not gonna work, we gotta do something.
So mind you, it's December. Our moving day was the 21st. So you know this is Christmas time. You know it's New Year. So we went through Christmas and New Year's outside of our new home. It won't be like that moving forward, which is great, and we thank God for.
We thank God.
But we just had to sacrifice that for real. And she was going through a lot mentally. For me, I was kind of like, we're fine. We're here. Like there's no other choice. We're gonna find a place. You know what I'm saying? Because in my mind, before we even move, I'm like, okay, this is Georgia. Everything is a bit easier here than California. So as far as finding a place, finding a job, stuff like that, right? Finding people to help you to do stuff, and which has, you know, proven true to this day. So we ended up finding a place 40 minutes out, 45 minutes out, you could say, really 40 minutes out. And we went, at this point, thank God, my car was actually shipped to Georgia, so
we had a transportation to get there. We're
right.
Out of these people U-Haul truck at this time.
Oh yeah, we've been out of the U-Haul that first day. As soon as we turned in the stuff at the, as soon as we moved out of the apartment and we put our stuff in the storage, that was all the same day, and we turned in the U-Haul that same day.
Right.
And then basically, like, we were able to use her sister's car and just go back to the house, back to her house. And we don't really go anywhere anyway, so
right.
It was no big issue at all. So we only went without a car for a few days.
Right.
We went ahead and we drove out to go see it or whatever, and it worked out in our favor. So that's kind of like where we are now. We've moved everything into the apartment, and all that we have, and we're so happy about it. Like, it's so great. It's cheaper,
and
it's way
luxury.
Nicer. It's luxury as fuck. Like, it's way nicer.
It's so nice.
We're happy with it, and
so grateful, man.
moving forward, we still have more things that we have to get. We've already ordered our bedroom set or whatever. So we've been on the air mattress.
But like through what we went through, y'all, it was just like, it was times where I'll get frustrated or she'll get frustrated, and it was just like, okay, give me a hug, man, cause that shit.
That's literally how it was. I'm sorry for this glare in my glasses, y'all.
It was just like, it was so frustrating. It was just like, okay, we need to breathe right quick, because I personally feel like I had a terrible Christmas and I had a terrible New Year. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not gonna make it seem like I really wanted my daughter to have her own room for Christmas, because that was her Christmas gift for me. I didn't do that, and I'm okay with that now. But in that time, I was just like,
yeah, she was taking it so hard, and I'm just
God.
like, for me, it was moments where I had to kind of step back and really just like be like, okay, this is her path, this is her story, this is how she's interpreting it, that's her process, you know. Because for me, it's like, we here, we're good, like, I'm chilling, like, and it's not that big of a deal to me, you know. And I'm secure in that, and I'm okay in that, but also I'm respectful, and I know that it's a big deal to her, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna downplay the situation, because literally we're homeless for real, like, you know. So
we really was homeless.
I never tried to downplay it to her, but it was just like frustrating for me because of that.
It was, I don't know. I took it hard, because it was just like, I don't want to have to go through nothing I don't have to go through. Like, I don't want to have to live like I'm homeless and sleeping on somebody's floor for 2.5 weeks, y'all.
Yeah, and
it was a lie.
And that
we had deal with, like, it was mentally, I feel like somebody was mentally getting the best of me for real. I couldn't meditate like I want to. I didn't have the space to be alone. I couldn't. It was, I mean, I wasn't in my own shit, and it was frustrating so bad, y'all. I cried many nights, many days, and it was just like, I'm not trying to pull away from her, but I just need to be by myself at this point, because being a mama, I gotta be girlfriend, and then I gotta think about the fact that I'm really out here homeless, you know. And I don't have to be. That's the crazy part to me. Like, I don't have to be. I don't have to. We could have did something else in that lick of time, went back to California, whatever. I didn't have to live like that, but we saw shit, and we went through shit that we really didn't want to, but we got through that. And it was amazing. Like, it's an experience.
it really played out how it was supposed to. Everything was perfect, honestly. Like through and through, we had our ups and downs. We had our moments of you know what I'm saying, trial and error. We wasted money. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was a bunch of shit. But through it all, I would say that everything played out exactly how it was supposed to. Everything was perfect. Like, at first we thought we were going to be this close to Atlanta, the scene, whatever, and we weren't trying to go here to party or nothing anyway.
Right.
But we just thought that was, you know, the good place to be. So,
right.
I mean, in the grand scheme of it all, it wasn't forever. And because, again, we moved so fast from California, like looking back, from making the decision to moving, oh my gosh, it was so fast, right? And then again, like the whole decision from us, like we're not settling at this roach ass, bullshit ass apartment, and we're leaving, the fuck, period. So we left, and then within 2.5 weeks, in less than 3 weeks, in less than a month, we were in a new place. You know what I'm saying? Which isn't forever, which isn't just forever, a long time, you know what I'm saying? But oh my god, those days were so long. We were counting down the days.
Were so long.
And it unfolded beautifully for us. Like, our move-in date was a Thursday, and that's a good day for us. If you know us, Thursdays are a good day for us, man. So if y'all are going through anything, or if y'all are thinking about moving or whatever, know who you got. That's first of all. Know yourself, and you know what I'm saying? Know that nothing is going to go as planned. I told her that same thing, and she already knew that. You know what I'm saying? We was already on that same,
right? You
know what I'm saying, mindset.
We know we weren't gonna come down here and it's
everything's gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
We knew it was gonna be something we have to go through, and it just seemed like, honestly, and we're not saying this to say this, things really do fall beautifully for us on Thursdays. Like
today is a Thursday.
Today is a Thursday. That is absolutely true, and we don't realize it until we be like,
damn, it's a good day.
Is Thursday.
It's Thursday, yeah.
And it's like, oh my goodness. Like, we moved in our apartment on Thursday, the one we're in now, on the 7th.
And we also viewed the apartment on a Thursday.
We viewed it, and it was just like, today Thursday. And it's like, okay, we gonna get this apartment. We got this apartment. We have to speak things as though they are.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it was beautiful, man. And then, not the apartment, but just the situation.
The experience, everything.
Exactly. It was, wow. If I had to go through that all over again, to be in this moment talking to y'all, telling y'all exactly what we have been through, I would go through that again for this.
You know what I'm saying?
But man,
you gotta learn from other people's stories, learn from other people's positions and situations. But again, like, just know yourself, know what you're up against. I mean, you can't know everything. We didn't know this shit was we're in Alabama. We didn't know this shit was gonna happen, of course. You know what I'm saying? So we wrote it out. We didn't know what was gonna happen, but we knew that something was gonna come for us, right? So anyway, it's getting super dark.
It's getting dark. Sweet home
we're going
Alabama.
To sweet home Alabama. No, I'm just playing. But it's super dark. We're gonna wrap this up, guys. Know yourself, know the situation, know that things are never gonna go exactly as planned. Nothing's gonna be perfect, but know that once you write something down, once you manifest something that you're working towards, that thing is sure to come true. You just have to keep going, and it doesn't take forever. Once you look back at it and you're through it wasn't a long time at all. And you'll find that, you know what I'm saying, things could have been a lot worse, and you'll find yourself grateful. But that's really it for the video. Did you have anything else to add?
I just want to, y'all, I'm happy. I'm grateful, man, and that's really all I wanted to say. Like, I'm really happy and I'm grateful, and I really thank you for being gentle with me, because in that moment, Deja, I was just like, I was going through stuff mentally that I really can't even explain. You was there and you wasn't hard on me, and you gave me the space that I needed, so I'm grateful for that. Gigi love her room, and oh my god, y'all, soon y'all gonna see a tour of the place, and we can't wait to show y'all. Like, oh my god, like, thank you God for this moment. Like, I'm about to cry. Oh, don't do that to me.
We got I don't know what else I was gonna say, but thank you guys for watching this video. We will have an unfurnished apartment tour coming soon. It has a little bit of stuff in there. Again, Gigi has her stuff, but we're on the air mattress. We got our TVs mounted recently. We're getting it all together, so you guys are gonna see pretty much you know, a lot of videos of us coming soon. We're kind of getting to the point of where we're stable. We're getting video ideas, content, and we're gonna get a good schedule going for ourselves and for you guys. So just stay tuned for the next videos, and we love you guys, and thank you again for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and just look out for our next video.
Peace.